Yo, what is going on, beginner gang? Okay, so this is a game I played against a guy from chess.com, the Discord server, and he's much higher rated than me. But I just wanted to show you guys this game. Okay, so he's got dice with the Reti opening, which is knight f3, and I respond with pawn d5. He goes in and transforms this into the King's Indian attack, and I develop my knight, and that's also protecting this square so I can push my pawn later. So that's what I do, and now he develops his bishop, getting ready to castle. And I just develop my other knight, he castles, I bring out my bishop right here so I can castle in the next move. Here he strikes in the center, and I just push by, but the engine says I just should have taken it. But I don't see how this is a mistake. Anyway, maybe it was because he should have pushed the bishop away, but that was no problem. And here I should have went here and preventing this, but yeah. So he captures the knight, and I recapture with my queen. He develops his knight, and now I just castle. He comes in here with his queen, and forking my he comes in with his knight, sorry, and forking my queen and my bishop. And there's only one good move here, and that is queen e7, and that is also what I play. And he moves his pawn forward, which is also the best move. And I strike in the center right here. I was just hoping for him to take right here, but I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. I thought I maybe wanted some more center or something like that. So he strikes my queen, and I just move my queen back. And he attacks my my knight. And do you guys see the move for white right here? I'll give you 2 seconds. It's queen a4, because the knight is trapped. Where's the knight gonna go? It's trapped. It's completely trapped. Yeah, but he misses it completely. And yeah, I don't know what's going on, to be honest. And here I just move my rook to the middle, extracting the queen. And he moves his rook here, but that's of course a miss, because he should have played a4. Like, he should have just played a4, because my knight is still trapped. Yeah, I just strike in the center right here. And are you guys ready for the move? He captured the pawn. Look at my time right here, 6:52. What do? I recapture the pawn. Oh my god! It took me 1 second. This is an equal game now, and we were talking like we were both getting excited and crying at the same time. I'm just kidding, but yeah, but he misses it. He could have just blocked the attack with the knight also getting out of the attack, but he misses that, and I recapture the knight right here. And he not recapture, I capture the knight with my pawn, and he recaptures the pawn with his bishop. I just opened up here, so maybe I can crack open some stuff, and that's all going pretty good. So he's offering me a trade, and I'm up material, so of course I want to trade. And I just capture a free pawn, which was hanging, but I should have went here, which that was just getting the bishop away, so this file was protected by the rook, and so I could also develop my rook. But yeah, I missed that, and then I go here, and that is a mistake, because later in the game you'll see why this was a mistake. But anyway, so he moves his queen right here, and he doesn't take the free pawn, and that just hangs another pawn. So I'm up 4 points of material now. That is also with check, so it's no problem. And here it just come in. This is a simple tactic. That's just going here, and that's x-raying the knight. Oh, whoa, what's going on? And that's just x-raying the rook with my rook. So that's what I went for, and I just won a rook. So I'm up 6 points of material. He just comes in and gives me a check, and I move back. I try to keep myself off the light squares, because that's where his bishop is. So I move my queen back, and he comes in and just gives me loads of checks. I block with the queen, hoping he's gonna take it, but yeah, he just took my knight. Anyway, so I just came in here, gave him a check, gave him another check, gave him another check. Then he went down here, and I just captured another pawn. So he came in and gave me a check, but yeah, of course I should have just went here, forcing a trade. But yeah, it's whatever. I was still completely winning. He comes and gives me another check, and I just move back. So he takes a pawn, and I go here, and he takes me again. I move again. He takes me again. I move away, and here he moves the bishop, which was really bad because I could have just checked him here, and he moves back, which is a big blunder because I can just take with the queen right here, and he moves his king away, which is forced, and yeah, I can go here with my knight, no, my rook, and yeah, here my opponent resigned. Game number 2. Okay, so I start with the exact same thing as he does, the Reti opening, which is knight f3. And now he goes for this opening, which is really weird. It's the Sicilian invitation, and I accepted. So knight is just the Sicilian defense, where the second move is knight f3. And he defends his pawn. I think it's pretty weird, like this kind of opening. Yeah, okay, so he develops his knight to f6, attacking my pawn, and I just develop my other knight, also defending the pawn. So he gets ready to fianchetto his bishop and castle after that, and I just saw that I could get my bishop away and then castle. So I thought, why not? Then I can just trade. Maybe he gets another piece developed, but I can just castle really quickly. Here I get ready to make a battery where I can trade this his good bishop off for my slightly worse bishop. And here he attacks my pawn, and he has 2 attackers on it, and I only have 1 defender, so I just quickly defend it. He attacks my bishop, my knight, sorry, and here he just castles. So I just collect my free pawn, like any good person would do, and I capture his knight with my bishop. Here I go in for what I thought was a nasty fork on the queen and the pawn, but he just captures my queen, and I recapture with my rook. And this is a 0-0 game. It's completely equal. Yeah. Anyway, so he moves his rook right here, and I've moved my rook too, and the evil bar goes crazy. He has a this is a skewer. How do you pronounce skewer? Yeah. So I just move my knight away, and he collects the pawn. I get ready for some doogie stuff with my doubled rooks right here, and I just let him take another pawn. So he's up at 1 pawn now, and here I have to protect this, but I'm completely lost at this point because he can just move his pawn like this, which he does in the game. I have to move my rook, and he just attacks it again. So I have to give up the rook, and here I make a big blunder. I was just thinking, okay, the bishop went away from the knight, so it's not pretending this. So I just captured here, but now I just lose 2 pieces because this is also a check. I'm down 6 points of material, but I'm still trying. It's worth everything. And here is actually saw. I think this was a brilliant move. If I could see it, I think it was a brilliant move because it's defending this, which is pretty scary, and I could have went here, but then we just capture here. But this is actually sacrificing the knight, but it's not really, because if he takes here, I'm just gonna take here. Anyway, so that's what he does, and we just trade pieces, and he's down material, and I just run away with my king. So I'm down not 19 points of material, but that's what the engine says at least. So yeah, he moves his king forward and attacks my my rook, and I just move it over here to make like a double attack and an attack and defending. Yeah, he comes in here and defends his pawn. I just push my pawn, and here it's mate in 17. I'll give you guys a second to see if you can solve that. My opponent definitely didn't do that. Anyway, so he moves his pawn forward here, trying to crack open, and I just move over here because I was thinking he takes here, and then I have like a pretty good rook right here, and he just moves forward, and I move forward too. So he comes and gives me loads of checks, and I just move my king out of danger here. But I think, yeah, that's what happened at least. He comes in and gives me another check, and here I should have probably went here. We talked about it in the game, but I just take this pawn. But it turns out this move was also pretty good, because I could capture 2 pawns. So he's up 5 points of material, a whole rook, and it's equal pawns. But I would say his pawns are much better, because these 2 pawns equal out, and these 2 pawns have a lot of good support from the king and the rooks. So he wants to trade rooks right here, and I'm thinking, why not? I'm totally lost either way, and I just capture a pawn, and I just try to get my my king involved, but he just cuts off my king, and he can just promote this pawn to a queen, and I'm completely lost at this point. That now you're just gonna see me desperately hoping that my opponent would stalemate me, but of course he's 1800. Of course he doesn't stalemate. So this is actually a beautiful checkmate. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, that's a beautiful checkmate. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and like this video. This video wouldn't be possible without Rise to Conquer, and he actually approved these games to be reviewed. So big shout out to him as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.